Is it live now?
Yep,
Yes.
it's live.
Yeah, we are live now.
Yes.
So, hi everyone. Thanks for coming for this first hangout. So, first we introduce Leela. Say hi
Thank
to
you.
everyone. Maybe Ross. Say hi
Yep,
to everyone.
everyone. Yeah.
And Sheila, my friend.
Hello.
So, what we do next? So,
Well, Sandy is out there. She said she's ready to come in.
mhm.
But
I sent her the invite. She haven't come in yet.
Mhm.
I sent
invite
her the
her from
maybe I
within
try to
your
invite her again.
invite her from within your hangout.
Oh.
She doesn't know how to do that,
Ah.
Leela.
If you go up to the top of your Hangout in between where it says Live and Google Plus, and you see in that black bar there's a little stick figure person or the head and the chest of somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, you click on that, and then you type plus Sandy. What is Sandy's last name?
I know. Plus Sandy Barnett.
Sandy
Barnett.
Barnett. Yeah,
Yeah,
Barnett. And then she'll get an invitation, and she clicks on it, and she should come in.
Oh, just she got two names. That's why I never saw.
Now, that's the way you should have done all of us. You should have started it by yourself and then invited us in one by one from the comments like you just did.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh. Thank you, teacher.
It wasn't that hard, was it, my dear?
No.
No. Now, the next thing I want you to do, because we all have to do, is we have to check our lower thirds, and to me, they all look above the film strip. Leela, I'm practicing. Leela, what do you see?
Everything is below for me.
Yours is below, but on mine, everything is above. Hey, Sandy. You may not be able to hear me yet. So go to your, Leela, go to your, hey, girlfriend. Sandy. It's Sheila.
Hello.
Hey. How are you?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
I think I'm supposed to go to your nose and click it.
Okay, that has never, ever worked. The only way it's ever worked for me is to go to the lower third, which is the toolbox.
Yeah, I don't see a lower. Sheila, I don't see a lower third for you at all.
I'm about to turn it on.
I'm turning mine on.
Sandy's is below Sandy's face. Ross's is below. Everybody, yeah, everybody looks good to me.
Yeah, it's all below.
Turn it around.
Faces.
Okay. How does mine look now?
Well, you're talking, so you're above the film strip, but it looks fine. If you don't talk and it comes down, you're good.
Yeah.
See, right now, you're not talking to it, you're down in the film strip, and it's good.
You can't hear me?
Now, I'm reading a caution on my screen. Okay. It was telling me what I was in, a video call where y'all could control my stuff. Okay, now, Leila, what did you say you saw on mine? That it is below me when I'm in the film strip, but when I speak, it's above the film strip?
Correct.
Fabulous. That task is done.
You look good to me.
And now my toolbox won't turn on.
Click it again.
Lily, did you invite Michael and Andrew?
Yep, I invite Michael and Andrew. Maybe I try to invite again.
Yeah, try and invite from within the Hangout.
Don't they have to be in the comments before you can do that?
No.
No?
Nope.
It just worked clicking on your nose, Leila.
On
It
my
just
nose?
for me, it just pulled your lower third up, and that was the first time that it had ever worked for me. Beautiful.
Does everyone have comment tracker?
I've
At
got
the
it up,
source
but
of
it's
the
still only
comment
showing.
tracker.
I have to find it because I don't know what the yeah.
Yeah.
So did you grab the
I did.
link from a shared from a public share of the event, Lily?
Yep. I
Okay.
grab it. Yeah, I grab it. Yeah, I use the Ripper. You know, they say Wheel Ripper. Then I click the copy and paste the link. Yeah.
And then did you put it up in the source for comment tracker?
Yep.
Okay.
I give it to Ross. Ross is using now.
Okay. Good.
So you guys have it. I need to paste again. Is it I need to paste the link again? Add all again?
No, it's working for you. It is not working absolutely correctly for me. There's something that I haven't done. Leila, let's get. I'm really trying. I'm studying this. I've been worried about it. So I'm going to emphasize your name every time, and hopefully this will be the only time. What are we supposed to do in comment tracker? We're supposed to go to stream.
I think, and don't quote me on this one because this is not my strong suit, but I think you can hit add maybe and then hit stream, or I don't know if we have to go out and get the source also.
No need. I give you the link.
No, we don't have to do that.
Oh.
We don't have to do that. Because she controls it.
Yeah,
but
I can show
this.
I can give you guys. Okay?
No, I don't want it.
Oh, you don't want?
No.
Well, see, right now I'm not showing. Right now I'm not showing anything in comment tracker.
That's right, because there's something that Lily has not clicked on her end to give us the stuff.
Okay,
and
I try add all again.
Okay, put the link in that long bar. Hit add, and then you hit shared, I believe. After you do that. So okay.
Two of them.
Got two of them.
Yep.
So there's Ross, Sandy, and Leila.
Yeah.
So it's picking them up.
I know.
Sometimes, Michael said sometimes it takes a little bit. So you've got 3 comments.
I've got nothing but one. I've got the Lily's share. I think that must be what it is.
Are you in the stream?
Are you in the stream?
I've got nothing in the stream, and I've got nothing. I've got Lily's one comment in sources.
Patience.
I add all again. You can try again to click your stream.
I did.
All right.
None of those, you know how when
I've
it's
got 3 of them now.
Sandy, you've got them? Okay, cool. As long as y'all got them, that's fine.
So just put a comment there somewhere. What's that from?
Michael can add all, and then you will
get them.
Get them. Yeah.
He's always watching. Big brother.
Yeah. Ask me to share sauce.
He's got this group of women that he kind of like herds and protects. You know, it's kind of nice. I like it.
Sheila, you still haven't get the thing yet?
No, there's something that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Once the sources have been shared, then click on the squiggly lines to add all sources, is what Michael's saying.
Yeah, but there's no squiggly lines.
So is that
I have done that.
Is that the bit that's next to the little trash can on the link?
Yeah, right to the left of the trash can. If you click on that, it should bring in the rest of them under sources.
Now it did. It was not the squiggly. I think it was
got 3 lilies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. For me, it was the plus sign under shared.
Yeah.
But it was not the squiggly link. The squiggly link wouldn't work.
So how many comments do you have, Sheila?
I have 3.
Okay.
Do you have 3?
I have 4. I've got Sandy and then 3 Lily comments.
I've got heaps. I don't know what else I went and hid. I've got a long list.
You know, Ross
different dates.
Commented there, but I don't know where it went. Huh.
I have obviously got shared some.
Oh my goodness!
Different dates.
Go back up and hit shared, and then go back to stream, and it is full.
Yeah.
Tons of comments.
That's what heaps there. But where are they from? Are they from the event page, or are they from a YouTube, or where are they coming from?
My understanding is,
I've got a full
that
page.
once you put the source in, it brings in YouTube, and then it brings in from the event page.
You see, I share my screen first.
Right.
On now.
When you get ready, Lynn.
Okay.
Okay,
I click on here. Can you see this?
There's Michael.
I click on here, copy and link address.
Michael's.
I put on the source.
Michael, is this like herding cats?
So how'd you get all those? I still only have 3.
You have 4. I think you have 4 here. One is YouTube, other is comment.
No, trust me,
Yeah,
it's full.
that's what I've got as sources, but when I hit stream, it's full.
Yeah.
In stream, I've got 4. Just exactly what Lily. Here comes Sarah.
I'm telling you, the comment thing is full.
Yeah.
There must be at least 10 or 12 comments.
Okay, once you have added all of your sources, and you hit your little plus like you did, Sheila. Once you've done that, then you go over to the word sources, and all you have to do really at that point, if you have Lily up there under sources, then you can click the squiggly line and it adds everyone's reshare. That's the idea behind what's going on in that process.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does, but my sources will not respond.
Really, they're not coming up right away.
Mine did when I clicked the right one.
The
key is
the only one. Is the only one.
I see what you're saying, and sometimes it does take a while. Trust me, I've had that exact same thing. I'm sitting there going, okay, why can't I get it? Why can't I get it? Everyone else is getting it, and all of a sudden it's just like, wow, 6 of them came up or whatever. So it is now. Okay.
Wow.
Sometimes it just takes a little time or whatever. But the key is that you get a reshare. Like I think in my example when I did one time, I had Sandy's, because Sandy always reshares my stuff. I don't have to worry about that like with my plus word and stuff. All I have to do is go to her profile because I know she shared it. I mean, and I appreciate that, Sandy. Thank you. But I know that she does a reshare, so I know for a fact I can go out to hers and I can find the reshare and I can get it from there. And then that's where I go to the ripples part and find out everybody that shared. So I can see everyone there, so I know who shared. So now when I get that one from Sandy and I put it in there, it's only going to show me Sandy's. That's all it'll show, because that's the only source I put in there. But if I click the reshare at that point, if I click the reshare on hers, it's going to give me just Lily's, or in my case, mine. You know what I'm saying? Because Lily's the one that started this. So Sandy shared it, it goes to Lily, and then if I click on Lily's, anybody else that shared, they're all underneath. Imagine it's like a tree, okay? And then this is where it starts, at the base. Here's
Your camera's off, Michael.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. If you have a tree, let's say right here, okay, and then it branches out for reshares, what happens is this branch gets one, that's fine, but it has to go back to the root of the tree and then go get all the others. So that's what it's doing when it does that. It's the easiest way for me to explain it and how it does that and what it's getting.
It's a good visual.
So
yeah, my tree's kind of crooked there, but
If it makes you feel any better, I was listening only and doing the imagining in my mind. So I didn't hear.
That makes
Lily,
me feel a lot better.
are you going to? Did you invite Sandra and Miss Lily?
Sorry?
I'm right. Oh, Sandra.
Sandra's in.
She's right
What
there.
about Richard?
Yeah,
Sorry, Sandra. I didn't see you.
I asking him whether he want to come in. Asking Richard. So I haven't say hi to Michael and Sandra.
Finally.
This is just really cool, Lily. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew
Because
how to.
7 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus me 7. Yeah, it was 7 people inside the panel. Even 3 more rooms left. Full house.
Is this the most you've ever had at the film strip?
I think so.
Is it? Good girl.
Yeah, I think so. So thank you for supporting me, for the Asian people here.
You're very welcome, my dear. I'm pleased to do it for you.
Yeah.
Can y'all imagine how brave Lily must be to be in a room full of people speaking all different kinds of English, and she has to translate it in her head, and
Yes.
then she has to speak it back. And that is very, very brave, Lily. That is very brave. I wouldn't be able to do it, and you're doing a great job.
Yeah. Can I speak
And
Mandarin?
and Sheila probably has the biggest accent.
Yes.
Because
And Lily told me that it was good because I spoke slowly, and therefore she could understand me. So, nah, 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 nah. Okay.
I can understand Lila because she speaks slow also. I can understand Michael. He's the one of the guy that speaks slow because many are we will speak before because there are many guys they speak very fast. Yeah. Then luckily Ross he speaks slow also. Then Sandra also. But Sandy, maybe you need to slow down for me.
Okay.
Because you speak too fast, I can't understand sometimes. Yeah.
I try to when I'm teaching too. I catch myself that I have to pace myself here. I'm trying because I like to get things done and try and get through it. So I catch myself a lot of times. I try to enunciate because you never know who's listening and stuff like that. I know Lily, you've listened to Andrew and I a lot, different things. And Andrew's very difficult to understand just because of just him naturally.
Yeah, maybe his beard. Sometimes his beard is too long. Then his voice is like throwing inside.
That's right.
Andrew is watching.
That is strictly regional. That's Middle Tennessee talk, I'm telling you.
That's right. That's right.
That's where he's from. It's Middle Tennessee. I'm in the Delta, which is why I have a Southern accent, and he's in the Hills, same state, but it's a completely different region, and he has that Nashvilleian accent. He does, and then of course the beard too. So.
Yeah. Now I want you to. What I'd like you to do. I want you to go to your sources in the comment tracker, and I want you to click on the squiggly lines or the I think it's check shares under Sandy Barnett, and nothing's going to happen. But if you click under Lily, the one right below it, it's green for me. I don't know what color it is for you. Check shares there and watch what happens. You should see.
I see Michael's.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Pop up.
Yep. Because I just did a reshare. So you guys could see what it's like. That's what happens when someone reshares. You click on the host squiggly line, and it makes it come up. So there you go.
Andrew says he has an accent because he's toothless.
There you go. The toothless wonder.
And if anybody here, I'm here to tell you, that's Nashvilleian. You can clap teeth in there all you want to, and he's still going to have that Nashville accent. And we'll both be proud of it. If I'm wrong.
Darn tootin'. Oh, he's proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think at least most Aussies have a similar accent. I don't see any differences from the east to the west coast at all.
There is no difference.
I love to listen to that though. I love to listen to the Aussie accents because I guess because you don't get to hear it here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh,
Or that
right,
all.
yeah.
I love it too.
That's a funny thing when you were talking about going slower, did a, how to present yourself in front of people and slow down your speaking so that it almost feels like you're going at snail's pace, and that is actually the best speed to speak when you're in public presentations. Very hard to do.
It is very hard to do.
I could just sit here and listen to you speak. I mean, I love that. I think it's so awesome.
Oh,
I'm fascinated with accents anyway.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with accents, though. I think it's really interesting, like to listen to Rain and how she does the Canadian, all that stuff and everything. I love it. I'm just fascinated.
But now Michael Rain doesn't do it that much. In fact, I've been in
That's because I've made fun of her, and she. No, she needs to do it though. I love that. I think it's awesome. I think it's great.
Okay.
That's her personality.
I'm gonna explain this to you one more time. Before you started listening to her, at least 2 people asked her what part of the Midwest was she from. And you were on one hangout when it happened. And when you started noticing she is getting a boot and all that kind of stuff, it is really, really coming out because I think she's doing it to please you.
Okay.
When she's other places, she doesn't do it that much.
Okay.
So it's okay, but I want you to understand.
Cool.
It was George somebody, the guy that said that he was waiting for his wife to come home to clean the house. The funny guy that came into the green room after one of your sessions. I'd never met him before. It could be Stephen.
Stephen Q. Shannon, probably.
Yeah. He asked her immediately, what part of the Midwest are you from?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were there.
That's all coming back to me. You know what? I got a great memory. It's just short.
That's right. I've heard you say that before.
Sandra is not talking. Sandra?
I'm just listening. I usually come in these things and just listen and, until I need to say something. But it's great to be here. You guys are just great.
Yeah, Sandra, that's pretty much not allowed. You have to talk.
I know. Actually, I've been on Hangouts all night. I had a Hangout that I just did earlier that I had initiated, and I talked the whole time trying to give people instructions on what to do. So, and then I went on another FaceTime one, and now I'm here. So, yeah, I'm kind of talked out.
Oh, okay. So you're ready to listen.
Yes.
I understand that. I do. And you just made Go ahead.
I said I have learned that I need to slow down and talk so people can understand me.
I have most problems with the English accent than I do anything in some areas.
Me too.
Really?
You know how Martin Shervington kind of swallows his words. And I'm like, what'd he say? Swallows his words.
Yeah, no, I don't. That doesn't compute at all. That's like the Australian language to me. I could just sit there; it just flows to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of a problem with Ammon Johns, and I think that's because he talks with his chin on his chest, and it's just his natural way of talking. He'll do this and for emphasis and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I don't have that much trouble.
Michael, is Andrew doing a business hangout thing tonight?
I'm sure he will. We usually do around 10 o'clock, but we wanted to do this first. We wanted to, since Lily was doing this.
You do a business hangout every night?
Just about every night about 10 o'clock. Either he gets in there, or I will ping him and say, hey, are you up? You want to chat or whatever? Because John Brown, that's about 5 o'clock in Hawaii. He usually comes in, and Heather during the non-summer, she would come in. Debbie Davis, a bunch of us come in at 10. It's kind of like our nighttime thing to recap the day and talk about what we've seen. See anything new on Hangouts? See anybody talking about anything? We really kind of recap the day if we can, and it's just different people all the time. I mean, anybody that ever wants to come in there at 10 at night and just sit in the business hangout and sit there and learn whatever. I mean, and that's what we do. We teach and show and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, we were in there almost 3 hours last night and learned a bunch.
Does Andrew have comments? Which dialect of English they sell?
That's right. He's very right.
Yeah, and that's because of where Martin Shervington grew up and everything. It's very Cockney, the very thick Cockney, and that, I'm telling you what, that is really, really hard. I understand exactly what you're saying, Leela, because I mean, it's funny because James Dearsley, he used to come in too at that 10 o'clock session and stuff like that. Or actually, he came in when I was doing them at 5 and 6 o'clock. He would come into that because it would be like midnight there or somewhere, something like that. I get all the times messed up, but he would come in and he would talk it just because, I mean, he's near the area and stuff like that. It's unbelievable because they're actually saying something, but it sounds just like this. It'll be like, Golden Bet and Bishop Golden bring on that now, and you're going, what the hell did you just say? I mean, seriously, it's just,
you don't get a word of it.
And you're going, did you really just say something to me? I just want to make sure you actually just said something to me. I said, no, I did, yes. I go button, all right. And I'm going, okay, I'd like to buy a vowel something. I need to be careful here, but.
Do you get many Irish and Scots?
Yeah, Krishna D, I think, is from over that way, and she talks slower. And I'll tell you what, I actually love that accent. She actually makes it sound. She's very clear and she speaks smoothly, but it definitely has the. It doesn't have what you're probably referring to, because you're right. It can get pretty thick too, and you're going. Okay, I have no idea what the heck you just said, and just kind of nod your head and say, yeah, okay, whatever, just keep on going, hopefully, but yeah, I mean, it's.
Yeah, Andrew is commenting again.
There you go.
What does this mean?
Michael, I have a question about the microphone around your neck. I bought one, brought it home, and decided it wouldn't work. It's wireless, obviously, correct?
It's a Bluetooth, yes.
I guess I'm going to have to go back and get it. Because I need to get a microphone, and I don't want to wear a headset, and that works perfectly. So
they make this totally is for my cell phone. When I was doing the mobile, when I did the mobile broadcast with Russ when I was on the baseball field. Rather than have something attached to my phone, I used this Bluetooth. So, and I'll show you. What I did was, these pull out and go in your ear, and the microphone is attached on here, so it didn't pick up any wind sounds. It worked really, really well. So I would have both these headsets in there so we could talk to each other during the hangout. So it worked really, really well. I mean, I was very pleased with how it turned out and what it did. So I have that from doing that. I'm a geek when it comes to stuff like that. I like to try things, and it worked well. I knew I wasn't doing like Ronnie, where I was interviewing and I needed a microphone and a speaker and all that kind of stuff. But it was great because I could sit there and say to Russ, okay, Russ, I'm moving the tripod. What I would do is I'd say I'm moving the tripod so he could throw up pictures of different scenes before that last inning or whatever. So I could go up there, set the tripod up, and watch the picture. I said, okay, I got the picture. He would switch with Mannycam. He'd switch over to my camera so I could watch the pitcher pitching. And then I said, okay, I'm backing off. But all that's done without hands free, so I didn't have or a headset or a wired headset that I had connected to my phone where it would limit me where I could go. I could step away from the tripod. I could do things like that. So I kept it and I like it. I use it. You know, that's why I'm wearing it now. I wear it to work because it's just so much more convenient. If I leave my phone sitting in the office while it's charging or something like that, I can walk out into our what we call shop area out in the warehouse area, and it picks up, and it's inside a metal building. So I've been very pleased with it. But you can get some that are just headsets, so you have to be real careful. Usually the cheaper ones are just headsets for listening to music and stuff. They don't have the microphone.
Yeah, and what I'm wondering now is are you using that as a microphone with your computer? And the answer is no.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay, that's the main thing I needed to know.
Oh,
the one
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go on and on about it, but
well, I'll let you. I could have stopped you, but I wouldn't hear that too.
Okay.
But I have heard that explanation before, but I wanted to make sure that I was getting everything. The one that I bought had a USB where you could hook it into, and I thought, oh, good, this will work with the computer.
Andrew is in.
Hello,
Andrew.
Hello.
Well, that's interesting, Sheila, because I never thought about that. I wonder if there's something that you can
connections
add.
with a USB on anywhere. I mean, take yours off and look and see if you can find someplace that you can connect it to something. You can't, and that's the reason I took it back.
That's exactly right. You're right. You're right. I guess your laptop or whatever it is would have to be Bluetooth compatible. That would be the only way. But yeah, that makes sense. Oh, look.
That's my baby.
Puppy.
Oh, baby.
That's my baby.
Oh.
My 80-pound.
How old? How old is that dog, Leela?
He's probably close to 9.
Wow.
I found him on a hot August day at 8 weeks of age, thrown away under a truck.
Are we talking about Jim now, or are we talking about the dog? No, I'm just kidding.
So, of course, I grabbed him, and before he was 6 months old, he had to have hips done. His hips were incredibly dysplastic, and his elbows done. So my free dog so far with surgery, acupuncture, rehabilitation has probably cost me $20,000.
Oh my God. Wow.
But you know what? I wouldn't trade him for the world. He's the best dog I've ever had. He's my boy.
I've done that. In fact, the dog that I just lost in February reminds me of that dog. I did the face, and I used to call her, there goes my new car. Whatever she needed, she got.
So everyone have pets at home?
Mine are gone.
Oh.
Yes.
Where's my other dog?
Hey.
Here. How are y'all?
Very well.
Good deal. Yeah, just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi, Michael.
I think he's
Hey, Michael's gone.
He moved away.
Andrew, how are you doing?
Yes, he has had to. Yeah.
See y'all later.
Wow.
Yeah, where's your husband?
Yeah,
I was-
Lily, I think more people in America spend almost as much money on their animals as they do their kids.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They do in Hollywood.
Try 2 horses at one time. Those are large animal vet bills.
Oh,
I'm-
those are astronomical.
I'm just saying, you see more pets with diamond chokers than you do kids. You know.
That's true.
I always tell women who say they want another baby to go get a puppy, you know.
Miss Lily, are you have you gone as long as you want to go? Have you done everything you need to do? Lily.
Just talking so much.
I think she's talking
Yeah,
about
Oh,
man.
somebody talking to her.
Not okay, but 1 minute.
Sorry, my father is talking to me.
I picked up on it. I was asking you, did you want to cut the live version off now? I mean, we can all stay on, as long as we want to. But have you done everything you want to do? You practiced with the comment tracker. You shared screens. Nobody said a word about my gorgeous background that I chose. Not
We
one.
noticed it. We were wondering
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
that's
were
right.
vacationing at.
But nobody said I was sitting in the middle of water either. So, I think I'm going to keep it because I like the way it looks around me. Oh, when I do this, it goes away. Oh, well, that's not satisfactory.
I want to ask, is it good to have background effect when we do hang out on air? Maybe.
If we're going to be professionals, we should have something behind us that looks professional. However, of all the hangouts I have been to lately, they have been in nice offices. If they don't have a background, they're in nice areas with furniture. So I think it's about 50-50 from my observation. Roz, what do you think?
I think for a professional look, the backgrounds do look better. A nice office, we do need to be wary of what we've got showing behind us. I know mine's not optimum. I've still got to get a screen yet. But I think it's needed if you're going to do it for a professional.
Yeah, I think if we're going to put ourselves out there. Oh, Andrew, what you got a point?
Yeah, I'm these things that Google has put into the effects for backgrounds. They're nice, but they are distracting because they don't stay solid. Every time you move, it causes movement in that background. It's not like you've got a framed picture back there. It's active also. Every time you move your head, there's a white spot that moves or something. I think when you see the video, you'll see it.
Oh, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
And if I pin myself, I can see it too.
Yeah.
What do you know about green screens, Andrew?
And that's just, they've been that way since the day they were introduced. It's Google that's going to have to make them better. There's nothing we can do about that. That's one reason I've chosen not to use them. I'd rather show my clutter as it is, it's real, rather than all this fuzzy movement going on in the back and everything. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right. What do you think about green? What do you know about green screens? And I'll turn mine
I know absolutely nothing.
Well, that's not good.
I don't know anything either.
See, that's when you're moving up into the professional class of videos, basically. Most people are not happy with Hangouts as they are. They actually really want to be producing TV quality Hangouts on air. That is not going to happen. Accept it. If you want that, then you want to move to open broadcast. You want to, go into higher quality cameras, the whole 9 yards. HOH will never, and I repeat, never reach TV quality video. If you're trying for that, then start learning the more expensive systems because you're not going to get there from here.
Right.
I think if you just use really good, if you have really nice lighting, get the right lighting, and like Ronnie or even Michael here, you've got something, you've got your backdrop, and you know what? If I look at Layla's, I really like your lighting is really nice, and it's kind of like what you have in your back.
This is really funny because I went into the mastermind or the mastery hangout. And I begged for somebody to tell me about lighting. I said, give a girl a break here. So Ronnie he actually put pictures up, and he has his suspended from the ceiling. Well, I didn't want that. So mine is really simple. I've got two like gooseneck desk lamps, and I went and got parchment paper at the grocery store. And I gator clipped parchment paper over them, and I used, oh gosh, I can't. Ronnie gave me. It's a what kind of bulb is that, Jim? That we bought for them? It's not a regular light bulb.
They're LEDs. They're LEDs.
Yes, it's an LED. And that's okay.
I spend $40 on each bulb. My LED bulbs. I can go up and touch them now. I can put my hand over top of them. They don't heat up. They're expensive, but they're Great.
makes a huge difference. It diffuses it. So, and then I also use the smooth, the enhancement smooth. Do you know about the smooth?
Tell me.
Oh, if you're over 40, you'll be addicted to smooth. When you,
I'm over 40.
oh man, it's my
Believe me.
new best friend. When
The
you get
woman speaks truth.
when you get into the hangout, before you invite anybody in, white box yourself, and on the screen it will come up with some enhancements, and click smooth, and it just your skin becomes flawless. It's my new best friend. I love
Yeah,
it.
you can do it right now. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
And
go. I
did
can change my-
it even cross your mind to share that prior to right this moment?
You didn't know that,
You
Sheila?
mastery.
You can do it right now if you, Sheila, if you
love to.
white box yourself, and then you scroll your mouse up to the right hand side of the screen, you'll see that little thing that pops up, and it could say enhance or focus. You just click on it, and you can go black and white. You can
Do I
do all
look?
kinds of stuff. Yeah, but you have to box yourself, white box yourself.
I've
White
got my,
box yourself,
I've
and
got my
then go to enhancements.
I've already done that, and I've got it on smooth. I don't look a bit
Okay.
different. Oh, will it
Oh,
notice
yes,
the
you
difference?
do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did share that. I did share that in the mastery program. I said I am addicted to smooth.
Is that all you said, though?
No, because it was in the whole thing about the lighting, and I was talking about, I forget how I phrased it, but Mia Voss is the one that told me about it, because asked her, I said, does your skin always look that beautiful? She says, oh, God, no. She turned the smooth off, and I thought, oh, you're human. And then she turned it back on. It's wonderful. I love it.
No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me Mia's human. I don't believe it.
It's digital match factor is what it is.
I love it. I'm trying to figure out how to get it in real life. Without
I know several plastic surgeons.
You just have to walk around with your cell phone. Hold on, look at me here. Hold on, look at me here. That's you have to walk around with that. You say, here, look at me in here.
That's right.
But yeah, but I think good lighting and a nice backdrop. And there's a company out there called Spoonflower, and they will print whatever you want on fabric. And they're here locally in the Raleigh area, but they're called, and you'll find them online, Spoonflower. And if you're creative, you can put your logo on there, and you can send it to them, and you can and they'll print you a piece on fabric, whatever you want. And so you can create a nice backdrop, and just get a couple yards of fabric, and you can lay it, show the layout that you want. And but I know that I think Lori Lazure, is she okay? I didn't know how. I was going to ask if anybody has used her or whatever.
Ronnie, for his backdrop, and I think she's about $700.
Ooh, wow!
I'll just hang my psychedelic stuff.
The other thing that you could do, Sandy, is there's a place online called, you can look up photography backdrops, and we got, Jim and I don't have it up now, but we each got a 5-foot wide fabric that has, where you can put a pole through the top. And so we just stuck a cheap shower curtain rod through it, and then tied it up to hooks in the ceiling. And mine is kind of a sage green, and Jim's is gray. It's okay. I don't know. To me, it's a little dull, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I thought all of that, exactly what you described, this while Bobby was on vacation. And we get hooks and fabric and all of that, and I went, yuck. I don't like that. And I've got to get the lighting. The picture of the lighting that Ronnie used was the same that I had learned in a video class a year before. Same setup. And knew where to get it and all of that. I just don't know if I want lights set up in my office that I can't throw down on the floor when I'm doing business. And Michael, where are yours, and what do they look like? Are they photography lights, stands?
They're those little, they're the little metal ones
Yeah.
You buy like at Home Depot or something, a little metal thing, and it's got a bulb. Aim it at the wall, and light bounces back at me. See, I watched about 6 videos on YouTube about 3-point lighting. The key is to have them at 45 degrees. And what Ronnie does, he has the same kind of like he has a daylight and a daylight coming at him. I have a soft and a daylight coming at me. So it changes just a little bit of color. It gives me a little bit of color on this side where it's more of like a daylight window shining here. And then I have a light on a fan up behind me that hits on my shoulder and my bald head, so it gives me depth. It gives me it shows depth there. And then I learned from Tim Schmoyer, who is a huge YouTube guy. He's been around forever on YouTube. Heather and I sat with him for about an hour and a half after our thing with Ronnie. Ronnie did a thing for the community, and we sat in there for an hour and a half just asking him stuff, just picked his brain. And he said, the best thing you can do for any video is dark background and light here. Light shirt, light face. Now your camera, the aperture on your camera works on focusing right here, and it gives a better depth. All that stuff comes in because the aperture doesn't have to work on, okay, oh, wait a minute, you got something here, you got light shining here, everywhere. So the dark behind you is better, but you got to have, he actually said gray is pretty good, but nobody wants gray because it's dull. So he said, go ahead and have a light, like Ronnie actually has a light shining up. He doesn't really turn it on too much, but he does have that. He does have it to give some depth that way. Just something to give, like I said, the light on my shoulders lets you know where things end, so there's depth there. And those kind of things. Really cool tricks. Like I said, I watched about 6 videos. There's this one that this husband and wife team, that's what they do. They do interviews. It's in their garage. It's unbelievable. And they have like a green screen. They have all kinds of stuff, but they have these lights set up for doing interviews like they do an interview like Oprah would do or somebody like that. It's incredible. Really very informative. Kind of what you were talking about, Sheila, that kind of stuff. So I mean,
I took one of their courses, and he was way advanced. He had done camera work, movie, commercials, and his lighting was. But they did Maury Smith's. Every time you see Maury Smith present right now, she is presenting what they set up for her in her garage.
That's awesome.
But I like Leela's. I think Leela's is just really nice.
I do too. I really do too. I think that's a really, really good. Whatever your lighting you have that brings to your face is really perfect, and then the dark pictures back there actually help. No, I'm just saying it really does a good job.
I like my wall is a sage green, and those pictures are framed in black, but they're bright in color. I like them, but my lighting is just simply those gooseneck desk lamps, and I use them during the day anyway. And I've got one over here, and it's on a book about this thick, and then I've got one way over there. They're both, that one's pointed sideways at me, this one is here and down, and the parchment paper made all the difference in the world that you can get at the grocery store, and gator clips. And then the light bulbs, the LED light bulbs.
Yeah, the LED light bulbs are amazing, folks. I mean, they're incredible.
Maybe
I think I still have my box.
The thing was the light bulbs. And I've got the, somewhere I saved exactly what Ronnie said, and I'll try and put it in the mastery maybe. You know what? It's in the mastery. If you go in the mastery lighting, that's exactly what I did.
Sorry.
Here's the
that's what
box on mine. I don't know if you can see that or read that, but it's a LED, real fancy, 1,000 lumens, which is really good. It's like daylight. I mean, it's like having a window open. And you can set it up where both of them are shining really bright at you. Long lasting, 30,000 hours. And I'm serious, folks. I can go up and I can grab the bulb right now. I mean, there's no heat. I can face it at the wall, a painted wall, no damage, no anything. It's really, really awesome.
Yep.
Well, that's our challenge.
They're expensive. They're $40-$50. So I look at it as a one-time
But LEDs
deal.
last a long time. Lily, honey.
Yeah, Rose is going out. So Thank you for coming.
I have to leave too. Terry Lee Britton's going to teach me how to use Pixlr some more. If anybody wants to go over to user and learn a little bit about Pixlr,
Yeah.
you're welcome to come over there. I don't even know if Andrew knows about it, but
no, I didn't.
You
but,
now.
we're probably going to head over there at 11 o'clock. He said he could get with me because there's a couple questions that I have about, because I do those banners pretty quick, but there's a couple things that I want to learn about masking. So he's going to teach me some of that. If you guys want to come over there, we can leave here, go over there, whatever you want to do. Andrew,
if we know nothing about Pixlr, will we be lost?
Yes.
If you know, you probably will. But if you use anything like Paint.net or you use Photoshop or you've ever heard of it or seen anything like it, then you probably will be lost. I'll be honest with you. But what I like about it is it's totally online and it's free.
Yeah, I've started using Canva.
What do you have? What do you use?
Canva.
And there are also previous videos in the links in the user-to-user community to other Pixlr stuff that Terry's done, so you can go back and watch them in order and sort of get a grounding in it.
Oh, that's good. Michael, may I ask you a question, sir?
Yes.
This would be Lily's practice session. We are still live. She needs to cut it off, and then we're not staying in the green room here. We're all going to leave and go over to user, right?
Yeah, that sounds perfect. If everybody's up
that
to
was
it,
an invite. Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
If that's happening, I'm going to take off now and open the thing up.
Well, go ahead. Go on over there and open it up.
Yeah, I'll open it up so I can elevate people. Bye.
Lily, you can end your show.
I want Lily to know what's going to happen. What should she do with this? She can keep it, right? I mean, it's how long has it been? The link is the YouTube link. She can throw it away. She can hold it. What does she need to do with it? I don't know. Do you know, Lily?
Whatever she wants, as far as I'm concerned. This is just a test till we can practice and get used to it. So yeah, absolutely, she can keep it, use it, go back and look at it.
But you're not going to use it in user-to-user group.
That is correct. I mean, we can use it there. I will keep everybody's video there. I love the fact that you guys are doing these things. Andrew will post them and throw them in there, no problem, and keep them in there so we can all look at them and see people practicing. I encourage you to do that, because what that does, it helps other people that come in. They say, oh wow, they see us having a good time, so it makes for a friendly environment. So I am totally open to that. And Richard, I see that you're listening, and since we are still live, no, you don't have to download anything to use Pixlr. It's completely online. That's one of the reasons why I like it. Nothing goes onto your hard drive at all, except when you save the picture. So I just wanted to answer his question real quick.
All right, you had said that before about other people viewing our videos and that kind of thing. So I didn't know if Lily had heard that and had those.
Oh, thank you, Sheila. You're like a great secretary.
She's great. Where do you live?
I know, you're like a great secretary. It's like follow up and everything. Everything happens all at once. It's awesome. Thank you, though.
It's called being a pushy old. Once I have an idea, I get really pushy. So Lily, you may go ahead and end the broadcast before I call myself another name live for the world to hear.
So thank you for everything. Thank you, Lila.
You did a beautiful job.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Okay, thank you, Ross.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. And thank you, Sheila.
Big kisses to you. You did a great job. I'm proud of you. Yes. I wish Rain had been here. She would have been very proud of you, too.
Yeah, she's the one who asked me to do it, so I do it.
Okay, now, real quick, Lily, go ahead and stop the broadcast. Go ahead and end the broadcast. Just click stop broadcast.